Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Last of Eden's Devices, a Vampire the Masquerade chronicled by Goblets Gaze. In just a moment, I will introduce our kindred, but first, a quick word about safety. Vampire the Masquerade is a game of personal horror, and as such, we might touch on topics that are sensitive. The cast and crew and I have completed a session 0, and I have their lines and veils. In chat, you will see a list of content warnings for this episode. For our podcast and YouTube listeners, those can be found in the episode notes. Now, let us move on to our kindred. They will go around and introduce themselves, telling you who they are and who they're playing. And we'll start with you, Aki.
Hello, I'm Aki. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Faline, who also uses she, her pronouns. We are the resident Banu Hakim. My God, we're going to do some hot girl shit today. Thank you.
Hi, y'all. I'm Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and I play Nora Wilmore, who uses she, they pronouns. Nora is clanless, is Kato.
Hello, I'm Dusty. I use they, he pronouns, and I'm playing Lupe Cruz, who uses she, her pronouns, is bruja, and he doesn't usually cause problems.
Hi everyone, my name is Nala or Jay, go by both. My pronouns are they, them, and tonight I am playing Eirlin Shu, who uses Z's and Zir's pronouns, and Z is Malkavian.
And
Hi. Hi, I'm Liv. I use she, they pronouns, and I'll be playing Sylvie, who uses she, her. She is our Toreador, and she's just here to party.
And party indeed, it is Elysium. And we will have a special guest kindred who will be joining us later. So last session, you all finished your preparations for Elysium. You decided that your best course of action was to spend your major boon to get Felix to cover for you, to hide the fact that Millie is a Domfir and just pretend like she's your normal thin blood. Felix agreed, even though he is incredibly suspicious, but couldn't figure you all out, thanks to some very clutch rolls. And Nora met someone from their past. Lupe got a line on some nefarious activity happening in the domain. Eirlin was paraded around by Zir Sire, being like, look. And Faline plotted and has plans, spent time with Alessia, said hi to her dad. But before we get to everything else that is going to happen in Elysium, we're going to jump back in time a little bit to see what Sylvie was up to before heading to Elysium. Question, would you have arrived at your sire's haven the beginning of the night, or would you have stayed the night?
I think I would have arrived. I think I would have arrived like early enough to get ready there, right? And kind of show up with my outfit, get ready, make any adjustments that needed to be made, things like that. So
yeah, you come looking radiant and stunning, and as you arrive, your sire Lana is putting the finishing touches on her look. And she looks over to you as you enter and smiles and says, always take my breath away. But I have something that I think will complete the look.
Okay.
And out of hands you sort of like a velvet box.
Okay.
It's like yay big. It's more likely than not some sort of necklace, just from looking at it. And if you open it up, it is not an overly like complex or gaudy necklace. It is on a silver chain, this facet with it's got some probably diamonds on the outside, but the center of it is this red ruby teardrop.
Okay.
And she says, I saw this and I thought of you.
Lana, thank you. I take it, I admire it for like an appropriate, respectful amount of time before I quickly put it on.
And she'll help with like hold your hair back and everything. And after you put it on, she'll sort of, hold your chin up, sort of see how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
And as she does, she looks into your eyes and says, no matter what happens, you must never take this off. And she uses mesmerize.
Oh.
Specifically, and I'm going to need a intelligence plus resolve roll from you.
Intelligence plus resolve.
Versus her manipulation dominate.
Okay. Intelligence. Wait, no. Ooh, okay. Okay. Resolve, there we go. And I don't have to add anything else to it, right?
No.
Okay, cool. Never mind, she disappeared. We got this. Okay. That is a messy critical. 4 successes.
4 successes.
Mm-hmm.
So, unfortunately, that is not enough to beat her 7 successes.
Word!
But maybe there's something about this that will always sit weirdly in your mind. Uses mesmerize. Also, part of it is, and she continues speaking and says, you must never take this off. And if somebody tries to take it off of you, you will stop them. With a submerged directive and a rationalize. So you will always think that this is your idea.
Yeah. Of course, Lana. It's beautiful. Why would I ever? Yeah.
Of course. And it's just perfect for you.
Thank you. Is this dress okay? Do I look okay? You promise? I know it's a big night and I just want to make sure that it's perfect, so.
It is perfect. I could not have picked a better piece.
Thank you.
We have a car waiting for us.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll follow along.
Mhm.
We're all good in the hood.
Exactly. There's nothing has happened. Everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
And so you get in the car, and Lana, while you're driving, is sending off some last-minute messages to people who work for her ghouls. And because you know that at Elysium, there is a rule for no weapons, no electronic devices, anything like that. Because the last thing anybody wants is somebody snapping a selfie and somebody's drinking blood in the background.
Right.
And then somebody posts that on Twitter, and suddenly we have to worry about the Second Inquisition.
Yeah.
So
not
yeah,
good.
No, definitely not good. So you, anything you're doing on the car ride over? It's probably about 20-minute drive.
Yeah, I think. I can't remember. Do we have a text chain, right? No? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Yes? Yes. Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna check, I think I'm just combing through that. I don't know if I'm replying to anything yet, but I'm not walking in with the rest of the group, but I do want to know what's going on. So I'm looking for any updates.
I think it's safe to say that we we're doing updates. Like we were like, okay, we're leaving now, like
Mhm.
that kind of thing. I know that Faline would have sent in the text chat, like, gotta go talk to Felix, like, like that. Like
Mm.
you
Mhm.
probably won't have like what that it was successful or anything like that
Mm.
yet.
Mhm.
But like it's definitely just like update, bam, that's it. Maybe
Yeah.
20 minutes later, you'll hear from us or from me.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. I'm not getting anything from that, but I do think I am just scrolling through that, playing with my necklace. It's just me and Lana. There's no one else.
Just you two in the car.
So is there anything like that I'll need to do or keep in mind, or people I should or shouldn't talk to?
Well, I think that any of the people you shouldn't talk to won't be at Elysium.
Right.
I would stay away from some of the more rowdy of the kindred. Believe that Roman and his coterie will be here. They always like to cause problems, but usually on their best behavior in events like this.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go around, we'll talk to everyone. I'm sure that you need to catch up with your coterie at some point.
Yes, I do.
So yeah, I mean, when the prince does the actual part of Elysium, we'll all sit together with our clans as we do. And other than that, it's a party. Enjoy yourself.
Okay.
I'll be around talking with people. I will introduce you to all the people you need to know. And then we can go from there.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, you enter Elysium, which is at the Providence Performing Arts Center. There's unfortunately, no real red carpet to walk because they don't want to attract attention. But you get out of your car outside the theater. They have a valet. It takes it to where they're parking all the vehicles, and you are let inside. And as you're looking around the lobby, you see probably most of your coterie. Nora's talking to somebody at the bar. Lupe is around,
Yeah.
kind of just being a little bit, kind of sticks out. You see Eirlin, you see Faline, all talking to different people. You see people that you've met, like Felix and Vanessa. They, are leaning against the balcony up above, looking down. And for the first hour or so, you are sort of taken around, and you meet all of the important people in the domain. Many of whom you have met before because it's not your first Elysium, but it's, introducing to anybody who's new in the domain. Especially you probably rubbed elbows with the Youngbloods coterie before. Isabel, Peter, Nazim, and Gwendolyn. They are the people that everybody's kind of like, these are going to be like the next, they're going to decide like the future of the domain eventually, the up and comers.
Right.
And, you're told who to stay away from. You see at least part of the Rainy Day coterie kind of goofing off and, having fun. And eventually, Lana does need to talk to some of the other kindred just about boring business.
Right.
So that is when you were dismissed to go
Okay.
find the rest of your coterie.
Let's see. You said Lupe's just kind of like around, right? Okay. Since it seems like Lupe isn't talking to anybody, I feel like Sylvie's like, that's my best entrance, right? Like, pair up with somebody, don't interrupt a conversation. So she is going to kind of like walk the perimeter until her and Lupe's paths finally cross. And in a move that I think is maybe bolder than what she would usually do with Lupe, I do think she would like link arms with her, kind of like link arms with her, hair toss, and just hi, and like fall into step.
Would this be around the time where I'm stalking a certain venture?
Yeah, I think you got kind of like a messy roll on that. So yeah, I think this is exactly around that time.
Incredible.
I think, yeah, you show up and Lupe just like doesn't jump, but you just hear like, Sylvie, just
Did
shit.
I sneak up on you? I snuck up on you.
Don't get used to it. I was a little
I'm
distracted.
good. I'm really good. What are you doing?
I'm looking for a future business associate. Yes.
Do you need help?
Sylvie, give me a quick. Do you have dots in politics?
Oh, I'm so sorry. What was that?
Do you? Yeah. Do you have dots in politics?
Okay. Side note, I might have to step away for a quick second because my headphones are hot garbage and I cannot hear most of what things or people are saying, and I'm up to 100, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. But okay. You said, was it composure?
I was asking if you had any dots in politics.
Oh, dots in politics. My bad. No. No, I don't.
If you wanted to, you could try rolling a wits, just wits. Because you don't have politics. See if you recognize the person that's not incredible. They're a bit of a distance, but they're not like incredibly far away.
Okay.
That Lupe has been kind of following.
Okay. All right, so just wits.
Mm-hmm.
I got 3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah, you recognize the head of the Amato crime family. Valentino
Okay.
Aventru, who is kind of known for running guns and drugs through the domain.
Oh. So is this like a gang thing? Is that what we're doing right now?
I don't. No offense, Sylvie. It's not that I don't think you can take care of yourself. I'm fully aware you can. It's probably just easier if you don't get involved right now.
I mean, I did sneak up on you, so I'm glad that you recognize that. Okay, that's fine. You are very obvious. Like, what you're doing is very obvious. So I'm going to be arm candy for you until it's time for you to make your move, so then you're a little less obvious, okay? You're welcome.
Very distant. Do you have a drink yet, at least? To make it seem... Okay.
He holds up a drink.
They're serving blood at the bars, but like it's a little bit different than what you've had before. This is some stuff that the Tremere have whipped up, so it's like it's warm and burns like alcohol.
Fun. Me live, I just have a kombucha, but that sounds like fun.
I think Lupe would like make sure arms are still linked, like, why don't we walk around? I just need to hear a little bit more info, maybe corner someone later. We'll see.
Okay. Well, best of luck.
So, will you try and make your way and find other members of your coterie?
Yeah, I think I'll detach and see who else I can stumble into. Ooh, I think also I'm trying to keep an eye out for my friends from the other night. Are they here?
They are not here. You do realize that Silas, Dakota, and Cameron are most definitely absent.
Yeah, that's fair. But a girl can help, when you're alone in a big room.
You could talk to Faline or Eirlin. They both kind of just seem to be floating around.
I'm gonna go find Eirlin. I will go find Eirlin.
I'm being a wallflower. I have a whiskey glass of blood.
Fun.
And I am. Eirlin's doing the thing where like Z's trying to just like be inconspicuous and like look like I've got a purpose standing in the spot that I've chosen to stand in.
Yeah, because that's what
it's a
people
lot
with
of
purpose
like
do.
Yeah, it's a lot of looking around at this place like, wow, it's so pretty in here, even though I've like been here before. So it's I'm trying to act normal, but Eirlin's not normal.
God bless. Okay, so right now it's just people kind of like schmoozing, talking, drinking. There's no like that's it, basically.
Nothing. The event.
We're waiting for
yet.
midnight.
True.
Yeah.
When the event will like formally start.
True. Yeah. Then in that case, I do. I think Sylvie's gonna try to sneak up on Eirlin. see if she can get 2 for 2.
Yeah. So Sylvie, give me a dexterity stealth roll. And Eirlin, give me a wits awareness roll.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Dexterity stealth, you said? Oh, yeah, okay, I see it.
I was looking to see if heightened senses would give me a bonus, but it does not in this scenario. Wits, awareness.
I'll wait to reveal my hand.
Four.
Yeah, I got a 2 with a possible bestial failure.
Well, in the spirit of that, I think I'm going to invoke the Toreador clan Bay.
Oh, great. Incredible.
Mm-hmm. Which is obsession.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
And we'll let you interpret what exactly you see to become obsessed over as you're trying to sneak up on Eirlin.
And it can be like anything?
It can be a feature, can be a person, can be a song, an artwork, any art.
Ooh, my outfit.
Okay, I was thinking either your outfit or don't we have a picture of where we are? Didn't
Here.
Somebody?
Yes, my background.
Okay.
Or this is the theater. The lobby is also gorgeous, but
the lobby is gorgeous.
It's the same kind of like aesthetic.
Yeah. So I think like I was about to sneak up on you, and suddenly I get transfixed by the like green and like soft blue tiles on the ceiling that are framed in like that gold with that pop of red, and I go from like full like almost childish like sneaking up to just standing next to you in like utter reverence and it with like an expression that I don't think you've ever seen on Sylvie's face, an amount of silence that you've never heard in Sylvie's presence, just like truly like the same face that I think very, very like devout religious people experience when they walk into a church or feeling their spirit, if you will. Like that is the moment that Sylvia is having as she is staring up at the ceiling. Like
I think it's very,
transfixed.
very funny because what other people are seeing is the two of us looking up at the ceiling. except like Eirlin kind of saw you coming, and then you stopped next to me just to like stare up at the ceiling, and Eirlin kind of does one of the like looks next to me, looks up, looks back at you, and just is like, "Hi, Sylvie. You look very nice. Your dress is pretty.
Thank you.
Nice ceiling, huh?"
Uh-huh.
I take a sip of my blood.
Yeah, her glass of blood is like almost about to fall out of her hands. Like
Eirlin like goes to like prevent you from tipping it over. Like, up. You're about to spill on yourself.
Huh? What?
Your drink was about to spill, and I like to imagine like my hand has like brushed over yours as I'm trying to like right your glass.
Yes.
You're about to spill your drink all over your dress.
Oh God. Okay. Thank you. Do you see this?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh my
Sure
God.
is.
How old is this building? I mean, well, okay, I've been here before, like, but I've never. Has anybody noticed this?
Eirlin's just kind of like looking up and is kind of having like a renewed sense of awe for the space because it is gorgeous in here. And I think just mumbling under your breath, Eirlin says, well, the theater was built in 1928.
1928.
And is just also just staring up. And Eirlin kind of like looks back at you and notices like you're not able to tear your eyes away. And I think Eirlin notices your necklace.
Yeah.
What does it look like again?
It was on a silver chain, and it is a like blood red stone teardrop pear-shaped halo style, so there's small diamonds surrounding it.
Ooh. I think Eirlin like just kind of looks at it and gestures towards it, and she says, "That's a really nice necklace. It looks good on you. It matches your dress."
Oh yes, thank you. I thought so too. I like it a lot. It's not as pretty as the ceiling though. It's like, oh my God, the ceiling. Do you think that's real gold? Or do you think it's gilded?
I
bet
would
it's
be
real.
surprised if it was real. But
No, it's real. It's gotta be.
And I think Eirlin starts rambling off some more facts about the building, because Eirlin probably read a sign about the history of the building, and Z can remember everything Z's ever read.
God bless.
So, me doing a quick Google, the Providence Arts Center opened on October 6, 1928. And it was designed by an architect firm called Rap and Rap. So Eirlin's just like mumbling off fun facts about this building.
In one ear, like a sieve, some of it stays, a lot of it goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I very seldom repeat something like, right. Just repeating the words that you say every now and then.
I think Eirlin eventually just like trails off, and we're both kind of just like standing here. And like I think after like a bit of a long awkward silence, Eirlin kind of just nudges you a bit and says, "So, are you looking forward to anything specific tonight? You must have other kindred friends."
Not really. It's you all, and I'm with my sire. I mean, my sire and I came here, and I get to sit with the other members of my clan, which will be exciting. But
who's your sire? I don't know if I've met them.
My sire. I just want to make sure I get last names right. My sire is Lana Zhao.
Lana Zhao. Has Eirlin met Lana Zhao? Lovely storyteller.
Yeah, you would have at some point while introductions were happening with Helena, you would have been introduced. They own a bunch of boutiques, like fashion stores in the city.
Yep.
Is Lana a designer?
More of someone who like owns the boutiques and things like that. They don't design it, but like they'll go and find things and bring them back and all of that.
Business, fashion marketing.
Very, very
marketing.
I see,
upscale thrift store kind of thing.
Gotcha. I think Eirlin just says, "Oh, yeah. I met her briefly, but I know she does like fashion stuff."
Yeah, and I think Sylvie at that point will do a little spin, so like to show off her dress because you know she got it from one of Lana's boutiques.
Eirlin does a little clappy clap.
Thanks.
But it's like awkward against my like whiskey glass. But I think Eirlin's like rings are like tapping the glass.
Nice, yeah.
Clink, 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 clink. Yeah.
Clink, 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 clink.
Yeah. So, how was the rest of your night?
It was fine.
Did you? Above table question. Was Sylvie there when y'all killed Millie? Okay, cool.
And I left and I partied my troubles away.
Cool. Eirlin's gonna turn to you and says, "Yeah, I heard about what happened with..." And like Eirlin leans in to whisper to you, "Millie."
Yeah. I tried. And then things got away from us and yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just, I think, sad it had to end that way, you know?
Wouldn't have been my choice.
What do you mean?
I didn't want her to. I don't like hurting people.
Yeah.
Well,
Me neither.
Yeah. I guess I kind of do, like, a lot, but when I do it, it's fun.
How?
You know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, yeah. Fun.
A lot of fun. Or at least for them. But we didn't. Yeah. We didn't need to. Well, I thought we didn't need to go that far. And then she called her fucking mom. Her fucking human mom.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yep. I guess ultimately the right call was made. It's just not what I would have liked.
Yeah, I would have liked to not kill anybody. But maybe that's just me.
It's not just you.
I take a sip of blood.
Yeah. You all realize that midnight is approaching very soon. Any last things people want to do before midnight happens?
Can I sneak in a dance with my dad?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask last session, but he was busy.
People were dancing. Well, actually, it was like if people are dancing, but I don't think Sylvie would for once be dancing. I think she's far too obsessed with the ceiling.
So like above table, you would know that what do you call it? Faline's sire and uncle and people are we're the security. Except for me, I'm a princess. But like everybody else is working, right? So that's why it's hard to get someone who's working during their job to stop and dance. But maybe I can get him too. He's also in a good mood, so
Yeah, I'd say it's a good night for Armand. So, yeah, I'd say you can steal him away for
Yes.
a dance, and he'll put Keaton in charge for a few minutes.
Just one song. I just want just one song.
Mhm.
That's it. That's it. I'll be happy with one.
And the band playing is normally they do music that's more considered like punk and alternative, and they're really trying to not. And you can see that they're slightly out of their wheelhouse, but doing decently well. They're all very talented musicians. This is just not their genre of choice.
Have a good time.
Yeah, you do that, and Nora, as midnight gets closer, you're still talking with Arante, probably. And Arante looks and notices the time at one point and sighs and says, the kindred world always comes back in eventually. I'll be sitting with the rest of my clan. And I'll ask everybody to sit with their clans, just old tradition.
Yeah, I should go find Helena again. Nope, not Helena. Helena is Eirlin's.
Chloe is her.
Yes, I should go find Chloe again. And I think she looks around and is like, we have the vampire phones, but we were not supposed to bring them to this event.
If you wanted to have smuggled a phone in, I will need a roll. But yeah, it's essentially all technology and weapons are not to be taken into Elysium.
Yeah, I don't think she would have tried to smuggle it in. There was no reason to. So she says, I'd like to see you again.
That too. And she kind of like snaps her fingers at the person who's doing all the drinks, and he brings her a pen, and like just she writes a number on a like a bar napkin, and will hand it to you and says, unfortunately, I'm pretty bad with technology. No one ever handed me a phone. I immediately just start smoking. But this is a number to reach anybody in my coterie. This is Roman's phone, so if you need to get in touch with me, call him. He'll get a message to me. Not, I'm usually around.
Yeah, I'll do that. And I think that she's just having a real hard time looking away or moving away.
Yeah. And midnight hits. You all hear the sound of the clock, the intonations, and everybody, as if clockwork, moves into the theater itself, separating by their clans. And up on the stage, sitting on what appears to be a very almost throne, it quite possibly belonged to one of the productions of something, is the prince, Magdalena. And behind the prince, you see the prince's ghoul. Standing to the side of the prince, you see the herald and the seneschal as well. And so you all take your seats with your clans, and the seneschal will move up to speak, and Nazim clears his throat, even though it's not even a thing he needs to even do anymore as a vampire. It's out of habit, and addresses you all. And he goes, well, I hope the kindred of Providence are all having a lovely Halloween. I know it's been a wonderful night so far, but we have some business to take care of first. And I believe it is starting with... He looks down at a piece of paper and he goes, the Dead E-Girl Den, having been tasked with bringing a poacher to the prince for judgment. Will the members of that coterie please approach the stage?
Yeah.
It was a lot funnier when we didn't have it being announced. It's a lot funnier when it wasn't announced.
Eirlin did not have the foresight to sit in the aisle, so there's like this awkward comedic excuse me, as I stand up from like the center of wherever I was sitting and just scooch all the way down.
And the there's a ghoul who brings a large black suitcase and hands it to you, Faline.
I pick it up like it has napkins in it. It's very easy. And I hold it like it's, I don't know, like it's a Louis Vuitton bag. Like with reverence, like it matches me. It probably does match me, actually.
And the seneschal looks at all of you and says, you all may approach. And
I do.
Explain what you have here.
Well, we have for you, as requested, proof of death for the little hunter, and I will place the what is it? It's a suitcase type of thing, right?
Yeah.
I'll place it down. I'll go up, but not too far up. Place it down so it's like center stage, and move back to my position because I am not opening this.
I'll gesture to my seneschal.
And the seneschal will nod and goes forward, leans down, and slowly opens this suitcase to reveal a rather mangled body. It's hard to tell in this state, but quite possibly the head has been separated from the neck, quite violently.
Shit. Eirlin like curses under her breath.
Well. Someone got a little overzealous. I see.
She was rather feisty.
Is that so? I'll cast my eyes over each member of this coterie. And each time the prince's eyes meet yours, it is like ice water tracing down your spine. So, who has an explanation for me?
Just a very eager Finblood. Poor thing didn't even have her fangs in yet.
Is that so?
Went after very, what's the word? Average men at parties. Easy hunting grounds. But the thing did not have any recollection of her sire. So, no one to teach her.
Storyteller.
Yes.
Are they giving me the whole truth?
Give me we'll do a wits insight roll versus Faline, a manipulation subterfuge.
And I use charisma.
I will say with the way that you phrased it, sure, because you are telling the truth in a very roundabout way.
We are looking at 8 successes, no messy criticals, but I did do have crits.
Well, Storyteller, if I rouse the blood, I think that would put us at equal dice. And that puts me at 8 with a crit as well.
Meets it beats it?
I will say because of the crit, you are aware that they are leaving out information. What Faline is telling you isn't necessarily a lie, but they are omitting information.
Dear one. I'm going to ask you again. And this time I would appreciate the whole story. Remember where you are.
I move my hair back. Around me is my snake, Etienne. I let Etienne slither away to reveal a not very healed, like it's healed, but like in the terms of there's no blood, but it's still a little mangled and messy. And I go, and then she bit me, popped back up, and I decapitated her.
Storyteller, do I have the rest of the court, the rest of the Primogen Council behind me?
Yes, they are all standing on the stage behind you.
I would like to call the Regent. We may not be able to make an identification with the remains, but blood will out, as they say.
Yeah. And Felix will step forward and nod at you before moving up to inspect the body. He picks up the head and takes a look at it, and then he kind of just sort of snaps his fingers at one of the other Tremere in the audience, and after a minute there is the ingredients to do a ritual, and he says it'll take a minute, but I will have your answers. And you watch as Felix takes the 10 minutes or so that it is to do this ritual, draining his own blood as well as some of the coagulated remains of Millie's blood into this silver cup. And then he starts speaking in Latin and drawing sigils. Faline, you recognize, blood magic. Everyone else probably haven't encountered blood magic too much, so this is kind of a new thing for some people. I'm gonna roll for him. He unfortunately is gonna get hungrier again. This man. Welcome back to Hunger 3, Felix. And so I'm gonna make his ritual roll. His intelligence plus blood sorcery. Felix gets a critical success on his roll with 8 successes. And I'm gonna have him make a roll real quick. What is this roll? We're gonna do. Yep. So Felix stands up from this ritual, and you watch as the blood in the cup starts to ash, and Felix will turn back to you, Magdalena, and say, yes, she was a thin blood. I managed to get the name of her sire. Sire's name is Jack Sinister. It's not a name that is familiar to me, but see if we can find anything on it.
Please. If someone is letting the Dustborn run free without any manner of guidance, well, that's a problem. Especially if they're going to go around attacking members of this court.
Of course. We will figure out who this person is and bring them to judgment. Make sure that they remember the traditions.
Well, what did you call yourselves again?
So since our den is near the college campus, we picked a name that would blend in, and it's not really supposed to be read each. It's wow, I am putting my foot in my mouth. It is an acronym. It's just DEAD. DED.
Very well. Dead coterie.
Yes.
You have done this court a service. Kept a threat from gaining legs and running loose all over my city, and for that I thank you. I would ask a bit more subtlety next time. A little less blood, a little less decapitation. At the very least, we have the powers of the Tremere to make sure that we know what is going on, but, well, perhaps a bit more intact next time, yes?
It would be our pleasure to do a better job for you next time.
May we make a request?
You have a request of your prince?
Yes. It would be my honor to dispose of the rest of the body for you, since it's in such a rather embarrassing state.
I'll look to the regent. Do we have need of the corpse any longer?
And Felix will look up and say, I could do more rituals, but I don't think they will get us much more Duskborn.
If you've decided to do this for your prince, I won't stop you.
Of course, thank you, my prince.
Faline, was it?
Faline
Faline.
is my preferred name.
Faline. I appreciate you taking the initiative. I'll keep that in mind for the future.
I give you a grand, unfortunately titty out bow.
You're still here?
No.
Go on then. Enjoy your Elysium, young ones.
Eirlin spins. Like, I don't think Eirlin knows how to turn around like a normal person, especially in a situation like this. So I like do like a 180 and I'm back down the stairs, going back to my seat.
I'm gonna rush to Faline, wrap my arm around her arms, and just, oh my god, you did so good! You did so good! Oh my god, you're a leader! You're the leader!
It is, as you're doing all of this, it sounds like it's from the lobby. A scream breaks out.
Shit.
And you see this, you're guessing there were a ghoul. They're rushing in to the theater, and the only word they get out is attack. And you watch this. It's the best way to put it is a creature. This doesn't look human anymore. This thing pounce this ghoul from behind, and teeth that look like razors just chomp into the neck and rip. And I think we're going to take a break.
What the fuck?
Please let this be normal Elysium. No!
I just said the internet was down. I thought that was gonna be our big issue. Just saving the Wi-Fi back up, not a monster attack.
So yes, we'll come back in about 10 minutes. So get up, stretch your legs, all of that lovely stuff, and we'll figure out what is going down at Elysium. Welcome back. I'm sure that everything is normal and fine at Elysium. We hope you had a lovely break. Spoiler alert, it is not normal or fine at Elysium. So yeah, you all watch as this first creature comes in and tears out this ghoul's throat. And you kind of know how, theaters have multiple entryways for like people, so everyone doesn't bottleneck at like 2 entrances at the end of the thing. There are things coming out of all of them.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm going to start with the coterie. As you watch these, there are some of them that appear relatively human-shaped. They are human height, but you notice that like all of their teeth are very, very sharp, kind of like a shark. And then you see that several of them have these long, almost, it looks like somebody has taken the bone in their arm and fashioned it into a spike. Definitely not pretty. And there are a bunch of things that look like dogs. Better not look too close at that. So I'm going to ask the coterie, what are you doing? Doing things.
Oh, yeah, Lupe, like, again, when Lupe sees that this is, like, going bad, like, not in a fun way, and, like, a really, really bad way, is going to go towards, like, the ghoul that's getting attacked and try to just, like, I don't know, like, tackle or drop kick or just, like, get this thing off of them.
Yeah, give me a strength brawl roll.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and
strength brawl roll.
As you get closer to this thing, this one doesn't have the bones like almost javelin out of its arms. But it has these, its fingers have been elongated into these like claw-like things.
I got 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. And it's gonna do a Dex Athletics. Gonna ask. Well, you've got 2 you could try and flip with willpower if you wanted, but we shall see. Well, it gets 3 successes, so I'll give tie to the attacker.
Okay. So yeah, Lupe, like the attempt is like to try to get this thing off of the ghoul, whether that be like tackling it down or hitting it so hard like it gets like the attention on me.
Yeah, I will say you definitely tackle it with that kind of roll off of the ghoul. The ghoul is sort of like crawling forward, like clutching at their neck as like blood is like seeping. The ghoul definitely needs medical help like right away. And you all will watch as the entire theater erupts into people moving, actions, some people running for cover, some people moving to fight. But we'll get to what everyone else is doing in just a second. So which of the coterie is next to act?
Eirlin's gonna so I did a 180 and just walked right back down the stairs, and then it's kind of the comical this thing comes in, this happens, Eirlin probably literally screams and then does another 180, and I'm gonna run back up the stairs, and I want to kind of zip around to offstage right, and I want to go hide backstage.
Yep. As you do that, you sort of fall into the shadows behind the stage, and maybe you vanish, or maybe you're just really good at hiding in the shadows. Who knows? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so, obviously we're here to impress the prince, and Faline, love that she did it. Love that she did it. Really came across as like a leader, and honestly, that's her skill set, and I love that. I'm really good at fighting, so I'm going to try to like position myself. I'm not going to step like right in front of Magdalena. That's a little bold, but I am very much going to like position myself towards the forefront of the stage. So basically, like, any of these creatures that are trying to get through have to get through me first. Like, I'm gonna cut them at the impasse to protect everybody on stage, but especially our prince.
Yeah. Give me a we'll do a strength brawl roll, like as you're attempting to sort of like grapple and push them back. And they will make a strength brawl against you as well.
Okay, come on. Oh, that's only 1 success. Not great.
Oof. So one of the ones with sort of like the bone sort of blades rushes forwards, and it gets 5 successes.
Yeah.
And it runs you through one shoulder with this. And so you're going to take 2 superficial damage. That is already halved. It would be 4, but you're going to take 2 superficial damage as this sort of stabs you.
Oh, dang. Okay, never mind. It's fine. I'll remember it for next time. I was going to say we have boot and rally, but actually we'll save that for later. This is not the time. My ego does not call for boot and rally. Not yet. But I sacrificed myself. So
no, sacrifice your body, yeah. So Faline and Nora.
You want to go first?
Sure. I'm sure it's very noble and beautiful what Sylvie is doing. Nora does not care about that. Nora is looking immediately around for Aranthe.
You watch as the rainy day coterie has sprung into action. You see, Aranthe is sort of facing off against one of the ones closer to the doors, and she is. I'm gonna roll real quick, see how well she does. She's holding her own, as she has grabbed this, because as this one comes forward with this bone spur, she has grabbed it, and you watch with almost unbelievable strength as she snaps it off of their arm, and is now sort of wielding it as a weird spike sword thing. And you watch as several of the other members, you see the one that you recognize as Roman is going toe to toe. There's a Nosferatu sort of got one grappled, and the sort of the smaller one you're guessing now is a gangrel, because they've sort of you see as their like nails have grown into claws, and they're attempting to pull a heart out of a chest. So what would you like to do?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably bad form to run away from protecting the prince, but Nora doesn't even think about that. I am just going to jump off the stage and run towards the door where Aranthe is. And if the one whose bone spur she ripped off is still up.
Currently, yes.
Okay, then I will attempt to grab his other arm, or grab its other arm, and use Touch of Oblivion.
Yeah, give me that Touch of Oblivion roll. I will give it a penalty to its dodge pool.
Okay, let's see. Strength plus brawl. And having a specialty gives you 1 extra dice, is that
Yes.
correct?
And these do count as kindred.
Okay, so that is 3 successes.
You beat it by 2. Would you like to, well, because this doesn't affect your, does this affect how much damage you do it?
So I think my goal in grabbing the arm is that limb is sort of withers, and like if it was a leg, they wouldn't be able to walk. Like, so my hope is that one of their bone spurs is missing, and now their other arm is also basically out of commission, so all they can do is fight, I guess. Yeah, the main use is in withering a limb, or choking a throat, or blinding a pair of eyes.
Yeah, I will say with that 3 successes versus their 1, you're able to hit them with Touch of Oblivion, and you watch as the other arm sort of desiccates, and the bone itself like turns to dust, and it kind of just is sort of hanging there.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's 2 aggregated damage plus a crippling injury.
Yeah, no, I mean it is short an arm now, and it will take that ag damage. And that'll leave Faline.
If I do a quick look to my dad, who is behind me because he would have been sitting behind the prince, what's your old dad doing?
You see Armand and Keaton back to back. They were the only one, like, the security were the only ones, like, with guns, so you watch as they are using those to deal with these creatures. They are armed, and this is what they do.
I give them an apologetic look as I'm going to, goodness, coax the garden. I think I just need to make the rouse check now because I'm actually using it. But my poppy seeds that have been hidden in my dress are going to react. So I'm just gonna let me do that first. Blump. That's a success, so I don't get hungrier. Now I gotta do my roll, right? My was it intelligence and blood sorcery?
Yes, and it's going to be an intelligence and blood sorcery roll.
Yeah. Okay, 1 second.
So do you want to hit one or multiple?
I want to hit multiple.
Okay, so if you're gonna hit, I think if you're gonna
actually, yeah. Is there rules for multiple?
Usually with multiple, you're splitting your pool.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to use half the pool on one and half the pool on the other, if you wanted to say hit 2.
That could work, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming 2 of the doggos maybe are the ones that are jumping. And yeah. What you see, let me roll first. How am I supposed to roll for this exactly?
So I'll just say roll it, and then we can split the total.
Split the total? Okay.
Yeah, we'll split the total. That makes more sense in this second.
Mm-hmm. Now I have another question here.
You can also rouse again to add more dice.
I will definitely do that, but I also wanted to ask, do these things don't count as kindred, right?
Yes.
They count?
Yes.
They can I have specialty?
Sure, I'll allow the special thing.
Yeah. Okay, and I will rouse the blood.
What's your specialty?
My specialty is brawling kindred.
Ooh.
I am really good at fighting kindred and kindred related things. Success, so I don't get hungrier, and that's what, 2 extra die, right?
Yep, 2 extra dice.
Let's fucking go. Maybe I can really impress the prince. I'm gonna really impress the prince. Let me see. That's six successes. So that would be 3-3 if we split.
3-3. Okay, so I will roll their pools really quick. I have that already set up. So we're gonna roll athletics twice. So one got 4 successes to dodge, and then the other got 3. So you as the attacker will take it. So one of the flesh-crafted hounds will take damage.
Okay.
The other one is able to sort of jump out of the way.
So I think what you see is from her back, which of her dress, which is this nice little lace corset-y thing going on. These vines kind of just sprout out. They are one with the dress in the sense of how they grow around it. And it becomes into 2 tendrily fine tips that are that grow like a thorn. So it's it makes sense. So how sharp and ridiculously huge these 2 vine tentacle now tail like things are. And Faline just kind of shoots it out. Not shooting out the thorn, but literally just we poison ivying this. Okay, this is Vine Whip, the Pokemon move. I look like Evelyn from League of Legends.
Yes.
That's what this is.
Yeah, you do that, and you're able to injure one of these hounds. And getting up close with them, not pretty. Yeah, you think that these might have been people at one point.
I know how I'm gonna handle this later.
By just, completely repressing it?
That and maybe a couple prayers. I'm a woman of the cloth, apparently. But I don't know. Just, I think my turn's done.
Yeah. And I'll turn to our prince. How are you handling it in this moment?
Someone has decided to attack my Elysium. We'll dole out punishment later, but for now it looks like one of the little roses down front is about to lose her head, yes?
Yeah, Sylvie is in a precarious position.
Okay. I would like to rouse the blood.
All right.
That is a rousing success. There is no emotion on my face as I step forward and pull my hand up. My fingers almost fuse together, and one edge of my hand becomes a serrated protrusion of bone. And I would like to use this new appendage of mine to remove the head from the creature that is trying to shred poor Sylvie apart.
Yeah, go for it. It does not have like rapid reflexes, so yeah, it's gonna have some penalties.
That is 5 successes.
It rolled a measly 1 success, and I believe all of those do count as aggravated.
Yes.
Yes,
Sure.
5 successes, aggravated. Yeah, I'm gonna say you definitely with 5 aggravated. That is more than enough to put this thing into torpor. So yeah, you definitely take this thing's head off.
Yeah,
Saving
no,
the rose.
Yeah, I'll grab the thing by the back of the neck. Is there hair on it? Does it have hair?
It kind of has like little tufts of hair. Yeah, it's great.
I'll grab what's remaining and just swing and twist and pop the head off.
Yep.
And I'll look at Sylvie.
Thank you.
Of course, dear. Now might be a good time to run.
Okay. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna start running back, at least towards the rest of my coterie, like probably, honestly, upstage, closer to Eirlin. So.
And then my only thought is to get Elysium cleared before the ruckus draws too much attention.
Always a good idea.
I would like to try to find a weapon back here.
Yeah, you've got options. There is wood that's being used for set building. There are it looks like quite possibly there may be some show coming up that involves some sort of stage combat. So there are stage combat weapons. Some of them seem
amazing.
like dulled swords, but still swords.
Eirlin with the steel chair. No, I'll grab I'll grab a sword. I think that's really funny. I can just picture Eirlin freaking out backstage, just looking for anything, and there's just literally a sword, and I'm like, great, and I grab that. And I've attempted to hide. I think Eirlin himself is not aware of how well Z is hiding or not.
Yeah.
But I would like to try and creep around basically in the chaos to slip back out onto the stage and then down the stairs again. And I'm looking for if any of these creatures have their back turned to me, I want to it's kind of like the rush of adrenaline.
Yeah.
And I just run up and slap them.
Thing. No. I will say that you can get really close to the one of the two hounds that's bearing down on Faline. And yeah, you could hit one of those because you are preternaturally obscured. I won't make you roll stealth for that. They're a bit distracted, and so they will have I will set their dodge at 1, as long as you get more than 1 success for a dex melee.
Okay, I have 2 points in dex, 0 points in melee.
I mean, always rouse.
Yeah, I'll rouse. That's I think the adrenaline makes sense. So rouse check. Am I hungry? Yes, I am hungry. Hold on. Okay. But that gives me 2 dice. So now I have 4. And 2 of these are hunger dice. Okay. All right. One out of 4. That's pretty good odds, right?
It's not aware.
Cool. That is actually really good. That is 3 successes. 3 out of 4. Not bad.
Yeah. As you leave your obfuscate and hit this thing, it makes a sound that is slightly more human than canine. Faline, you watch Eirlin sort of pop out and whack this thing with a sword.
Eirlin yells, "Bad dog!" And I hit it.
I'm aroused, if you would say. However, I understand combat. So I'll and I understand Eirlin's not actually built for combat. And I will be like, good job, get out. Run.
I actually have a question. Because I have the thing, above table, I have the thing that allows me to move while I'm hidden.
Yeah.
And also a thing that allows me to, like, I make no sound when I move. So if I yell, would that just be silenced, or would people actually hear me?
I would say yelling like that would break your obfuscates.
Okay.
Like just the making no sound while you move is just like you don't hear your feet or hear.
I see.
What's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well then, yes. Eirlin kind of does like a whack, and then hears you say run away, and Eirlin just kind of like stumbles back, and I'm gonna run back to where I came from.
And Faline, one of these hounds that's in front of you is going to pounce at you and try to sort of wrap its jaws around like one of your arms. So they're going to make a called shot against you, and I'm going to need a if you want, because you have rapid reflexes, you can dodge this. It is going to be a Dex athletics roll versus its brawl.
Did me whacking it do anything?
You hit one of the other ones. You definitely.
Oh, a different
damage.
one. Okay.
Yeah, there were 2 of them.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Dex and athletics. This is good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Do I add any? No, I don't add anything for rapid reflexes. Do I?
No, it just allows you to react quickly.
Okay, dope. Five successes. I did crit, but it's not messy crit.
It got 9 successes.
Dang. Okay.
So you're going to be taking. Let's see. As this hound jumps and grabs your arm, and sort of tries to yank, you are going to take. So with its jaws and its potence, that is going to be 6 superficial damage. That is half.
They're going to turn into aggravated, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They'll
So
circle around
what does
and
that
turn
look like? What does that look? Is it 1 aggravated because I have 5 health?
Yeah, it'll be 1 aggravated.
Yeah, and everything is superficial. Okay.
And it doesn't like remove the use of the arm, but you can hear kind of the cracking sound of bones as this thing just snaps.
Can I add something narrative?
Sure.
That happens. I think Faline wasn't looking at the thing that was coming to attack her. She was looking at Eirlin, making sure that Eirlin ran away. and I could not react fast enough.
Yeah. No, I mean that definitely makes sense. And so Lupe, you're grappling with one thing.
Yep.
Yep. Did you, well, let's say, you tackled it to the ground. And you watch as it takes the messy shark teeth and is going to attempt to take a chunk out of the arm that you're using to hold it down with.
Don't like that.
So if you want to try and dodge it, that is a Dex Athletics versus its Strength Brawl.
I will attempt. I am rapid with my reflexes, but I would like to rouse first.
Yeah.
Because that gives me extra dice, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna rouse. Success.
Success. So
give
yeah,
me
you add 2 more dice.
2. Okay. So Dex, Athletics, and is that modifier 2, or do I have to right click it?
Modifier 2.
Okay. Two successes.
2 successes. If you want, you can spend that willpower to re-roll those 3 regular dice. See if you get any more.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
Do I
right click,
roll?
right click, and then do willpower re-roll, and then select the dice you want to re-roll. Re-roll up to 3. You have 3.
One more, so it gives me a total of 3 successes.
3 successes will definitely help because it got 4 successes to bite you. So it is going to take a slight chunk out of your arm. You will take 2 superficial damage.
Woo!
As I go through things quickly, I'm gonna roll a couple things real quick. Oh yeah, she wants to go all out for this. She's gonna get hungrier. Ooh, and then she's gonna willpower that. She does not like that. Oh yeah, that's much better. Faline, sort of, you hear this crack of a gun, and then you look to your right, sort of on the other side of the stage, as this wolf's head sort of snaps, and it kind of falls over, and seeing Alessia with a gun pointed at it.
I knew that bitch would bring a gun.
Oh, she didn't. She took one from Armand.
Oh, okay, that was even better.
She ran over. That was her first action, was to run over and take a gun.
Mm-hmm. Is it the one that's on my arm that got popped, or
yes.
No? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And as you look around, you see Kindred running, trying to get to safety. You see some of the Tremere using blood magic to fight these back. Specifically, you watch as Felix has conjured a shield of blood, and a bunch of other Tremere and other various Kindred are getting behind it for protection. And let's see, so we're gonna be at the one that Arante is fighting. I'm gonna roll for that real quick. Gonna give it that So you watch, Nora, as this creature sort of, he's not having a great time, but it lunges out with its teeth at Arante. And then you watch as Arante moves almost too quick to even see. Before you know it, she has the sort of bone spike angled in a way where you watch this creature impale itself on the spike. And she kicks it away. And then she looks at you and says, "Get it. Just run. We've got this."
I'm not leaving you again.
And just watch my back. Before she runs in to fight more, and I'll come to you, Lupe, since you started everything off. You've this person trying to gnaw on your arm.
Yeah, question. I know earlier you mentioned they're considered kindred. Are
Yes.
they considered mortal?
No.
Okay, lethal body not gonna do in the work. Well, really, what I want to do is like, Lupe is maybe gonna like maybe try to get a better position, and she wants to get up and just like curb stomp at this thing.
Yeah. You have it pinned down right now.
Yeah. Kind of like after the bite, Lupe would move her arm back and maybe like shove its head further down, and in one quick motion, like gets up super quick and just like brings her foot down as hard as she possibly could.
Yeah. Give me that is also going to be another strength brawl roll.
For good measure, I would like to roll rouse.
Yeah, go for it.
What could go wrong? Nothing. Nothing's going wrong.
Nothing going wrong. You and the beast are in accord tonight.
Yeah, the beast approves.
It does.
Sure, coming soon. Strength brawl modifier. Ooh. 4 successes.
4 successes. Did you want to spend another willpower and re-roll those 3 dice?
Sure. I got willpower to spare, probably.
Well, unfortunate.
4 successes.
So yeah, it rolled 5, so it manages to just roll out of your way before that boot comes down. Sylvie, what are you doing?
What am I doing? Well, I have fleed, so that was mildly embarrassing. Oops, so sorry to hit my mic. I feel like obviously Nora's okay. Nobody needs to worry about Nora right now. Okay, I'm so sorry. There's been a lot moving and happening. What was the last thing that happened with Eirlin? Because I was running that direction, but
Eirlin just hit one of the things with a sword.
okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I popped out of nowhere, hit something with a sword, and now I'm running back to backstage.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go and follow up. If you hit that one, I'll hit that one again.
Yeah, you can rush over to where it's the other one that Faline was facing off with.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'll gang up. My little Cruz over there. I'll gang up on this one.
Yeah, you take a nice kick to it. Give me a dex brawl.
Yes, thank God.
So that one's more dex than strength.
Thank goodness. Okay, 3 successes. Not my hottest night, but that's okay.
If you want, you could use Boot and Rally to re-roll that, and I would allow you, if you wanted to rouse beforehand, get some extra dice.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
I'll take it. Everybody else seems to be doing fine with their fights, so.
Yeah, you use Boot and Rally, and if you wanted to rouse, you'd get extra dice. You get those 2 extra dice. Well, you will go up to Hunger 4 after that, so...
yeah. Okay.
I'm sure it's fine.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong happening. Okay. We'll use Brawl Dexterity again.
It's a lot of blood, yeah.
And that is still 3 successes.
Wow, the dice have a story they want to tell.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad. I'm sorry. I thought I had some autonomy dice. I'm so sorry.
One is injured, so its pool is reduced. Come on. It only gets 2 successes.
Okay.
So, yeah,
That's
it only gets 2
that's
successes.
a win.
So you're able to connect and deal some damage to it.
All right, I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it.
Yep. And Nora, you're sticking with Erante.
Correct.
And you. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was going to say yes. So you're asking me what I'm doing? Like,
Yeah,
actually then?
specifically, yeah.
Yes. So, what is my question? Is it? I mentioned that there's lots of blood around for Sylvie, who's at 4 hunger now. Is it? Would it be frowned upon to attempt to drink from one of these lads? And would that count as like a diablerie thing?
Only if you drain them completely. It would not be frowned upon. There are other kindred who do the same. But as long as you do not drain them completely, do not drink the heart's blood, I believe it is considered.
Yeah, no, I would like to attempt to grab one of the more humanoid ones and stick my fangs into their neck.
Yeah. So that will be a strength brawl roll. Because it is a called shot of, like biting them, there will be a -2 penalty.
So I do have this merit that gives me +3 to rolls required to commit diablerie. Can I apply that, please?
Sure. And you do have your specialization versus kindred.
That is Faline, not me.
Oh wait, yeah, you don't, but
I have a specialization in grappling. I mean, I'm grappling them with my teeth.
sure.
You didn't have to give it to me.
I was like, I know your pool's not great.
I will willpower reroll. That's a 4 successes.
They also got 4 successes as well, but I will give the tie to the attacker. How much blood do you want to slake?
I mean, I'm at hunger too. I'll take all of it.
Alright. So that is going to take a minute to drain them completely.
Okay, so if I drain like less, it's faster.
Yeah, unless you have brutal feed, which I don't think you have.
I do not know.
So yeah, it'll take like a couple of minutes because you think you got to drain like 10 pints of blood from a thing.
That's a lot. Okay. No.
Yeah.
I'll just like take 1, I guess.
Take 1. All right. Oh yeah, and you don't get anything special from feeding from kindred.
I do not. I am not Faline. No, I'm just sort of doing the only things I can do in combat because I don't want to move out of eyesight of Erlin.
Yeah.
So.
You will notice that the blood does not taste great. I mean, you've had kindred vitae before. This vitae itself seems weird and corrupted in a way. It's kind of like drinking sludge.
Great. Well, that's why I didn't drain them, because it tastes bad.
Oh, it tastes so bad. And let's see. That'll bring us back to Faline.
That besties. Oh god. I'm trying to think. One on me's dead, right? Is it dead?
Yes, one of them is dead. The other one looks rather injured.
Mm-hmm. But the one on me, is that one dead?
The one that grabbed
The one that
onto
was
you.
that fucked
one
up
is
my
dead.
arm. Okay, yeah. I spare a moment to think about how fucked up my one arm is. It got fucked up because of Millie. And now it wasn't that healed, and now it's fucked up. It's the same arm, okay? I think this is karma. I would like to just go over to the injured one and Mick kill it. Yeah. Do I wanna? I got the vines out. I could just use that, but how close am I to the other one?
It is less than 5 feet.
Okay, I'm just.
You are in melee
would
combat with this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up like melee combat with it then.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what is that? Can I use dexterity brawl? Would you allow that?
Yeah, I would allow Dex Brawl.
Awesome.
And it's versus Kindred, so.
And it's versus Kindred. One second, I have to get all of my dice.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm good at this one thing for real, guys. Everything else is just I built it like an isekai villainess. No, I don't want to risk it. I'm rolling like 8, I think, dice right now, so it's okay. I'm gonna crit, but it's not messy again. And 8.
So, tell me how you will sort of have this thing meet final death.
I think I think I'm a little upset about my arm and my dress and the fact that this was going so great, you know, and now like of course we're getting attacked by these weird monsters out of nowhere, right? So I literally just like walk over, I grab its head, like the top of its head, because I'm still rather small, and I just squeeze and I crush whatever I can, and then I throw it.
Yeah, you do that, and and as you crush and feel like the skull crush underneath your hands and like bits of bone, like getting a good look at the skull, it's almost like a human skull that someone has elongated.
Mm-hmm. And now I want to do the actual thing that I was planning to do if I can. I am still close to the suitcase with Millie's body, and I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I mean, none of them, as far as you know, have tried to get it, but
yeah, I know, but we got our low key thing going on.
Oh
too,
yeah,
so.
no, also none of them have gotten close enough to even try. So,
yeah, that's what I was thinking, and I'm just gonna make sure I get it. And I think when I get to it, if my uncle or my father or Alyssa, anybody over there that is still over there, that
Alyssa
is
making her way towards you with rapid.
Okay. Well, then I will wait for her straight up. But like, if like if my father and my uncle look, I'm giving them a nod. I'm gonna dip like that kind of thing, because they are way more well equipped than me right now. They were allowed to bring weapons, and I wasn't. Like, you know, like it was one of those things. But I will.
Security.
I know, but like. I'm security adjacent. Sort of.
Maybe next to Elysium.
Maybe yeah. I hope the prince lives. You know, like one of those things. But like, yeah, I'm getting the suitcase. Actually, I think the prince is close by me. So
yeah, I would say like all the three, like you and the prince had not really like left the stage. Prince kind of moved closer to deal with the one that was trying to stab Sylvie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then because I know I moved forward, Sylvie moved forward, so I was closer to Sylvie. Eirlin popped out of nowhere. Eirlin boop back. Sylvie boop back. Like it's one of those things. So I'm just gonna make sure I grab the suitcase, but I will stay within within reachable distance for Alyssa.
Yeah.
And technically also for the prince if the prince chooses, because we're like right beside each other.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
That's me.
Prince, what are you up to? As everything is happening, you see your ghoul Diana, as she has taken down like another one of these things. You went through the sect wars. These are some real fucked up shovelheads, but just shovelheads. They were something people made and threw in a mass grave, and yeah, it's just whatever comes out. And you hear Diana say, "Got your car out back. We need to go."
I will look to Sylvie. Because I'm assuming she's still the closest.
Yeah, you were all pretty close to each other.
We'll be in touch, little Rose. And I will let Diana guide me off the stage and out of the venue.
Yep, through like the back door of the venue, essentially, as the car had been pulled up into the alley as soon as like things started going bad.
Giving orders for the remainder of the security to clear the mess.
Yeah, and as you're leaving, it looked a lot more chaotic in the beginning because just nobody was prepared for this. But you can see how through the Banu Hakim, the Bruja, and the more fighters of the domain are able to essentially beat back these creatures who have no formal training or anything. They're acting completely on instinct.
Such is the way with the Sabbat.
Exactly. And for the rest of the coterie, I'm going to ask for one more roll from everybody to sort of see what your contribution to the end of this skirmish is.
What are we rolling?
What would you like to roll? I'm gonna leave this a little bit like if you want to fight, you can roll something to fight. If you want to hide, you can roll something to hide. Tell me on something.
I think Lupe is getting really tired of this thing and is going to do just like one last attempt to just like take it down.
Go for it.
Yeah. At this point, since the curb stop didn't work, they're going to just try to like I don't know, maybe try to...
Well, I'll say like as you're doing this, you see this this person come along. They're kind of on the shorter side, but they seem very feral, small feral child energy. You don't know who they are. You didn't encounter them earlier, but you watch as they sort of take a moment and sink their claws into this creature, holding it in place, and they look up at you and just sort of like nod and smile.
Then Lupe has changed her mind, going for the curb stomp again.
Yeah. I'll say it can't dodge because now it's being grappled.
Excellent. I'm just gonna do a brawl strength because I don't remember what happens when I use all my willpower things that would line through them. So I'm just gonna...
you would be going into aggravated if you wanted to use more, which requires a lot more time to get back. You can rouse to well, you could have added more dice, but that's 3 successes. That is more than enough, especially since you need just one to put your boot right through that head.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Lupe, it was just like, these are probably the pants. The pants were her cousin's pants. gonna have to make up a good excuse about this one as the combat boots, which didn't match at all, but Lupe does not go anywhere without combat boots.
That's very
Just
fair.
goes right to the ground.
Yep. I mean, you do know that, especially after a kindred is dead, the vitae kind of like ashes. Any vitae that was on your pants just kind of ashes and flakes off.
Hopefully it doesn't smell.
You might want to send it to the dry cleaners first. So, the rest of my lovely coterie.
I'm gonna keep fighting and see if I can sneak in a little move like Nora did. It didn't look like she had a good time, but beggars can't be choosers when you're hungry.
Yeah, give me it'll be a strength brawl roll
Okay.
with -2 dice because of a called shot to try to drink.
Okay. That's 2 successes.
2 successes. I will say that you get lucky enough to deal with a creature that's already kind of dealing with someone else. So you're able to take. We'll say if you drink quickly, you can take 2 hunger. You can take 2 dots of hunger.
Okay, cool.
And you kind of have the same thing that Nora has, where it's blood kind of is like drinking sludge.
Yeah, not fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But hey, got the job done.
Nada. Nora, I think, had been intending to drain this vampire, but as she gets her fangs in and as she tastes the like gross sludge of its blood, she decides to stop that because she's really not that desperate. And so instead kind of keeps her hold on it, and will just sort of basically hold them down so that Aranthe can more easily finish them off.
Yeah. Roll that real quick. Yeah, and you watch as she takes this bone spur and just runs it through this creature's heart, putting them into torpor. And then her body just kind of slumps to the ground. And kind of looks over at you and smiles. There's almost a bit of a wildness to her in this moment, as this is kind of her life. She maybe a bit of a chasing the adrenaline high.
Yeah, I think there's the same kind of almost feral smile on Nora's face, not driven as much from the combat as it is just the rush of being at her side.
Mm-hmm. So, Faline and Eirlin, which one of you would like to go next?
I'm still debating what I want to do, so I will opt to go last.
Okay. Eirlin is listened to Faline, and I have run backstage, and I am kind of trying to like bring my breathing back down because that was a lot of adrenaline to run out there. And I think Eirlin's face like was immediate regret as I popped out, and I kind of crouched down behind one of the like mid curtains, and Eirlin has attempted to hide again, although I think I see the prince's exit.
Yeah, you
Perhaps?
definitely would see the prince make an exit.
Did the prince see me?
I mean, you kind of slipped back into that obfuscate, so I don't think so.
Okay. I think Eirlin's just a little curious as to where the prince is going. And so I would like to just like, I mean, the prince is just leaving, but I think Eirlin's curious enough to just follow, to see.
Yeah, you would
Where?
see. You would see. If you followed, you would see the ghoul Diana lead the prince out to a incredibly nice limo. Get in. They would look back, make sure everything's good, and then get into the front with the driver, and the limo would drive off.
And Eirlin just watches and sort of lets the door like swing back closed. And Eirlin, I think, just like looks at this sword and kind of creeps back to like peek out to see how like everyone else is doing. And I also want to look for the body because I know that like that was important. And I believe Faline, you have it.
Yeah, it would be. It would be with Faline. Yeah, you'd see the suitcase.
Cool. Amazing. Then yes, I would just like to continue hiding unless there's any of these creatures that are near enough to me that I would feel like popping out and doing another whack.
None of them have made it up onto the stage.
Cool. How is Helena doing? My lovely fire.
So you would see that you would actually not see Helena.
Okay.
You would know that you would know that Helena also has the same kind of, well, no, Helena can also obfuscate, so and you don't see many more of the Malkavians either.
I'm just picturing like as soon as this whole thing happened, just boop 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 boop, we all like blink out.
Yeah,
we're all gone.
Actually, no, I'm lying. The only one you actually do see is Glitter, and Glitter seems to be having the time of their lives.
Okay, well, good for Glitter. I'm good out here. I'm gonna hide.
Yep.
Again.
And to give you a minute more, Faline, to think about what you want to do, you watch as Felix will step up to the end of the stage, and he is going to, at the nearest one, is going to extinguish Vitae. Watch as sort of pulling out from this thing a long stream of blood. We're gonna roll. I also need to see if he's gonna get hungry or not. Let's rouse. Oop. Well, he gets hungrier again. Back up to Hunger 4. Not having a great night.
My guy.
Dice are like, no, you're gonna fail every single time. But he, and yeah, no, just because. I got willpower to spare. Felix has got like 9 willpower.
Happy me.
So he gets a total of 10 successes. And essentially you watch as through this rips all of the vitae out of this creature, and it kind of just explodes and splashes. This creature doesn't die, but is immediately put into hunger torpor, because that would take it to, if you say each success is a dot of vitae, that would take it to hunger 10. And you see others, like you see Alessia with the gun that she borrowed, taking out creatures. You see Armand and Keaton working their way through. They've dealt with shuttleheads before. This is not the first time they've done it, and seem to do it with very practiced ease. So, Faline.
Okay, well, situations are handled, so that takes out a lot of my worry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not that I didn't believe in them, but also this is my people, so I'm worried. I watched my coterie leave, so that also takes out a lot of my other worries. Would I be able to just grab Alyssa and dip?
Yeah.
I've got vines, so like I literally could just grab her, bring her closer, and then we just dip.
Yeah. You can do that. Alessia will make her way to you, hoist the suitcase over her shoulder, and essentially shoot her way out with you behind her.
I would
As
also, simply because now that I know Felix is at Hunger for, I would like to make direct eye contact, do a little wink, give like wave, and then leave.
yeah, he looks real hungry.
I just want to be. I just want to be a tease. Yeah, and then I'm gonna dip. My goal, dip with Alicia. We're gonna leave probably in her car and go to her place. If there's anything that shows up, any trouble, I do still have vines. I'm still ready to throw hands. But like I'm pretty good right now.
Yeah, they're kind of mopping up the last of these things. There are some people that were unprepared. There have probably been some casualties in the domain. That is something that will be figured out over the next couple of nights, as everyone puts the pieces back together for the domain. But Faline, you left your phone in the car?
Yeah.
You pull out the domain phone and you will notice that it's got no signal.
Oh. Alicia, does your phone have signal?
She sort of picks up and takes a look at it and says, I mean, my work phone does, but not the other one.
Well, I don't like that.
And each one of you, as you leave Elysium to lick your wounds or just get out of what is almost turned into a bit of a bloodbath, will notice that none of the domain phones work. They all say no signal. And I think that is where we will end things for the night, as you all flee Elysium into the night to just survive. And so first, I would like our amazing guest to tell us where we can find you. If we enjoy you playing this character, where can we find you playing more characters?
Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. My pronouns are she, they, and you can find me on the internet at some variation of Laura_Tutu. You might just have to throw an underscore at the beginning and the end of that. I have been your prince. Hello. If I'm not here terrifying neonates, you can find me with the fine folks over at Queen's Court Games, primarily as Calamity Madden, the gangrel lupine hunter for our multi-award winning Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, the All Night Society. We are on a bit of a break right now, but we've got some fantastic things coming for 2024. And when I'm not giving V and Aaron a headache over at the court, I hang out with the folks over at Obsidian Brews, the Black Tabletop Collective, giving insight to the Black experience through tabletop role-playing games.
Well, and I will turn it over to my lovely cast to tell you all where you can find them.
Oh, that's me. Hello, I'm Aki. I've been Aki. You can find me all over the internet at some variation of Akinomi_art, where I do a lot of things, many, many things. Because I feel like giving, I'm gonna try and also drop other projects that you might hear from Alyssa and Dusty, because I always make them talk about the projects that I'm also in. So you can check out Unwavering Force. It's a all BIPOC Star Wars Pathfinder 2E podcast where I play Trash Man. And on Alyssa's in that one. And so is Dusty. And on Wednesdays, most Wednesdays, you can find me over at the Mandy channel, 8 p.m. Eastern, where I play a bunny bard necromancer. Alyssa also in that one. And other things, check me out over at Nameless Domain. I should still be doing a Demigods RPG stream game thingy where I play a fox demigod. Let's go. And I'm trying to think of other things. I'll just keep chilling on Nameless Domain, because eventually one of my other projects will come out. I don't know when, but it will. And the sun will never shine again. Thank you. That's been me.
I'm next. Hi y'all. I'm Alyssa. You can find me online at a disaster queer. In those various projects that Akino mentioned. And yeah, just variously on some Goblets and Gays things. Upcoming, forthcoming, potentially already extant. Who could say? But that's me.
Hello, I've been Dusty. You can find me online mostly at Dust E Hill. For once, Akino mentioned everything. For once, I'm being too rude. But yeah, I will say go listen to Unwavering Force. Akino and Alyssa in there. It's my turn to torment them. Things are going great. Things are going fine. The crew is not upset with me whatsoever. It's a great time. You can also find me writing games at on dustyhill.itch.io, somewhere in a situation. I've been working on stuff. It will come out eventually this year. I've been talking to other people about mech games as well. There's like a game about the moon that'll probably be coming out this year. All this stuff is happening. Just go find me online.
Hi everyone. I like to imagine there's like an after credits scene of Eirlin just backstage and the theater is empty, and Eirlin's like, "Hello, guys, anyone?" And just where'd they all fucking go? And Eirlin just walks out to their car and drives back to their apartment. So I've been Eirlin Shu, your resident Malkavian. The force is not strong with this one. In fact, the force is weak and pathetic. We're trying our best. But yes, I am an illustrator and art director. I do lots of art and lots of that stuff. What do? I am art directing for All the Witches. I'm also as of recording this, I just finished my art direction for Evil Hat Productions for the stretch goal book for Apocalypse Keys. So that's super exciting. I don't actually know when that book is coming out, so it may or may not be out by the time this airs. So go look at that once it does come out, because I'm very happy with all of the art that's come in for it. I'm also art directing for like 3 more things, which may or may not have been announced by the time this comes out. So that's what I do. Besides art, I'm also a voice actor, sensitivity consultant, and an actual play stream performer. If you want to see me playing characters that aren't as sad and pathetic and like wet cat energy as Eirlin, you should go watch the 2 seasons of Itaewon by Night that are out. Laura and I actually both won best VTM player for our performances in their show, and me for Itaewon. So if you want to go watch best VTM players, go watch Laura's show, go watch my show. I don't know, hire me to do stuff. I'd love to work on your projects. My portfolio is online at nulladraws.com. I draw characters, I do environment stuff, spot art, or I will art direct for you. This has been a very long-winded pitch. I can't believe that hiding behind my green screen worked. I was not sure if that would work or not. But yeah, that's me. And Liv. Laugh,
Hi. Hello. That's me, Live Laugh Love. Everybody's favorite kitschy. Is that kitschy? Is it chuggy? Is that what the kids call it? I don't know. Anyway, I'm not a kid. I am, however, a TTRPG performer. I have been playing as Sylvie today, which was a lot of fun. Always fun to be hanging out. And hoping I'm getting better at the system every single time I play it. But if you want to see me do other systems and other games, you can find me over on Total Party Chills Under the Table, which is like our indie showcase game. Basically, we're playing anything that's not Pathfinders or Dungeons and Dragons. If you do want to watch me play those, go check out Strix U. Go check out Higher Education. Those are things that I've done. You can watch the VODs of that. But if you want to see me live, Under the Table, where we're going to be playing Glitter Hearts, we're going to be a whole bunch of magical pals in my hometown of Oakland, California, baby. 510, gang, gang. I'm so excited, if you cannot tell. But speaking of all the witches, I am actually going to be doing a game over on Stella Luna's channel with the creative lead game designer, Emma Panada from All the Witches is going to be our GM.
Yes!
So excited. We're going to be playing Fabula Ultima. So timing wise, if you might be able to catch it live. If not, baby, go check out the VODs, okay? Get on them VODs. Get on these VODs too.
Holy fucking shit, your magical girl thing made me remind. I'm also doing a magical girl thing. I'm not playing Glitter Hearts. I'm playing the moon one.
Girl by Moonlight.
Girl by Moonlight. Yes,
Girl by
over at
Moonlight.
Magic RPG. It should.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's on right now. This is a new development for me recording, but like it'll probably be out there. We're probably still doing things.
Dog, go Google us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. And I have been your storyteller, Aubrey. You can find me everywhere on the internet at the Mad Queen or the Mad Queen cosplay, depending on the site. Lots of Goblins and Chaos things. I believe we're still probably putting out Mother May I at this point. That's going to take us into like mid-March. So yeah, it's either y'all almost finished or getting ready to finish. If not, you should definitely go check out Mother May I for a really fantastic alien RPG. And then after that will come something called Tyrant of the Dark Star. I don't know what it is. And then you can also catch me over, probably still going by this time, over at Hallowed Haven Studios, playing in City of Smoke. We're a bunch of Thin Bloods in London post-fall. It's great. We have no idea what we're doing because we're all Thin Bloods. And then I think probably Wayfarer is coming back at some point, so I'll be continuing over there. And then Escaping Carcosa over on Ballad of Seven Dice, and I'm also technical director of Queen's Court. I touch all the music over there and performing things. So yeah, you can check me out over there as well. I have no idea what my 2024 schedule for that looks like, so go check it out. But yes, we'll see everybody at the same time next week for whatever happens post Elysium. I'm sure everything will be fine and nothing bad will happen. Good night.
Here.